Are you ready, my friends, for Season 9 of Hermitcraft? Because it has begun. Look, there's people playing right now. There's hermits playing. And what are we doing? We're underground gearing up. So I had this idea. I was thinking, why don't I do something different? Why don't I stream before my first episode has gone out? And then at the end of the stream, we'll raid the first episode. You know, send you over to it. Y'all can enjoy the very first adventure on the season through my video. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. So I kind of announced, hey, I'm going to be streaming before. And I thought about it and I thought, well, I don't want to spoil what other people have done. So this is going to have to be like a underground gearing up caving one. And I've not really rushed into doing that. This is my first real gearing up session. As I've got the bare essentials to do what I do in my first episode. Now, reading the comments on my premiere, I've seen that people are like, I'm not going to watch the stream. There's going to be spoilers. And so maybe it was kind of like a dumb idea, but hey, the thing is you do and you try and then you learn. So we'll see how this goes and see what all of y'all make of it. But you're not going to see anything above grounds. I'm literally, if I die, like, I'm going to turn the screen off. I am just going to be underground gearing up. So it's basically a caving stream, which maybe, you know, maybe it weren't a great decision. But I'm streaming again tomorrow, and tomorrow's stream will also be a gearing up stream. It'll be more of a resource gathering one, as we'll go into the Nether a little bit, and we'll also we'll go to a desert and collect lots of sand. But again, I'm going to be avoiding spoilers. I'll probably show you a bit of my own base in that one, but yeah, I've just been really itching to get going and stream and, you know, jump back into it, as I haven't streamed all week. So I can't remember what I did last season, but I'll see how it goes and we'll learn. You know, is streaming right at the very beginning worth it or not? What do peeps think? You know, I'll be looking forward to reading comments on the second channel. If you don't know, that's where these videos get uploaded after I've streamed them. Anyways, I've got noises in the ear to read. Questions in chat. Chat will be very fast today, so we'll take periodic pauses to try and pick out a couple of questions. As you'll see, I'm playing with a dynamic lighting mod. I haven't found any coal yet, have I? I could just pick up that last torch and keep it with me for a second. Yeah, I decided to play with this. Oh look, and there's coal. I saw that Gem had this on, and I thought, I haven't seen or used that mod in ages, so I'll... Do you know what? Each season I try and make things a little bit different with the resource pack. With various things. Just try and give it a little bit of a flair. So I thought, dynamic lighting, we'll go for it. Okay, there we go. We collected the coal. Have we come to a dead end? Either way. There are lots of wonderful people here supporting us. 2 fun facts. I am yet to die, and I am yet to sleep in a bed. I haven't touched a bed yet. Okay, I need to read these noises, because there's just so much tremendous support in this community. By the way, I've got a hot cup of tea here, which I'm going to be drinking as well. So Bear, thank you for your resubscription between streams, and also Hallen Daniel and Ordated Dread, thank you for becoming Patreons. We have Itac Bear subscribing, Santa Stratus for 15, Miss Walex for 4, Midnight Ray, OPEC 98 for 4, Winnie T Ford for 48. Winnie, thank you for your help last night. I was very tired, worn out, and just doing my best to put something on that webpage. So thank you for helping out. Doofus 230, thanks for 5 months. Armored Monkey, thank you for 44. We've got Fegley for 12, Mayor Baby for 6, Cole Hoka Hoka Baya for 4. You know I just butchered a name, right? I'm always butchering the names. God, there's going to be a lot of that going on this stream. 4Gil96 for 23. Freak Burrito for 43. Eva Demal for 2. Wool Salem with the Prime. Becca gifting a sub to Soundwave Hope. Appreciate it ever so much, Becca. Betty Bag Danny, thank you for 46. Dante Redeye, thank you for 26. Mimi, thank you for 5. You're Yellow, thank you for the Prime. Anichi, thank you for 3. Resting Griffin for 28. Kai with the Prime. Sniper 1974 for 71. So that's an Evil X in the chat today. Hammy Angel, thank you for 7. Idyllic Valhalla, thank you for 6. Immy 160 for 23. Brain Dead Doodoo for 2 months. Rob for 6. Valio Kalin. Oh god, it's another butchered name. Thank you for 9 months of support. And then we got Lactic Bear with some cheers and biddies saying, Hex, just want to say I'm super hyped, and next weekend I'm going to see Tool in person for the first time in my life. Love your music stuff, and it gets brushed over, I feel. Well, not everyone's going to be interested in what I do musically. They're primarily here for what I do in Minecraft, which is absolutely fine. One thing I will say is I've hit a very good mind space recently towards my own music and towards everything I'm doing. With Season 9, I'm kind of looking forward to treating like the grind a little differently. Not grinding so hard, focusing on fun, and I'm going to be putting time into my music again, as I've just kind of found like a few tools and like a way back in that feels really positive, along with the mindset. So, you know, I'm not going to like put any stress on myself to get demos out or anything like that, but it's, you know, if something comes about after me having fun playing around with my music, I might be publishing some things, but, you know, it's really just about getting back into it and having fun again. So that's one thing that I'm going to be doing creatively. I've got another new creative avenue which I want to do, which I'll talk about in a bit. But I kind of feel like it might be a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to take on. Like, time management's super important. And oh yeah, another thing I need to collect is this stuff. I'm glad I remembered that. We'll start collecting some andesite too. And oh yeah, as for seeing Tool, like, Tool were one of the bands that ended up on my they're rubbish list, like my ignorant teenage mind list. Oh god, again! It's time to leave the area. The creepers are conspiring. Dear Lord! What was I saying? I was talking about Tool. They were on my ignorant, oh, they suck, man, kind of list when I was a teenager. And then, thanks to the Rendiggity Dog convincing me that they were amazing, I was like, yeah, I gotta like, get rid of these old prejudices and check out this band. And they are absolutely wonderful. And when I saw them live, it was like a religious experience, for lack of better words. It was superb. Superb, my friends. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going from here? Pat Dewar, thank you for 5 months. Pug Guy 9 is here with the Prime. Chancey RN is here for 3 months. Latex TV, thank you for 10. Killer Zombies. Gifo Gaming have subscribed. Tara Marth, thank you ever so much for 1,000 biddies. Greatly appreciated. Snowfoots with the Prime. The Vixen for 37. Miss Dorkness for 2. And Becca with more of those gifted subs. Thank you so much, Becca. Wedam242, Crispy Morty, Saturnbot, Redding Caddo, Leonid Durney. I probably butchered that one. If you ever hear your name being read out loud for a gifted subs, be sure to say thanks in the chat. The Flowers System is here for 4. Neela Flowers is here for 4 as well, and Leaf to Soul is here with the Prime. We got a gifted sub from Rimmer SDK to Machina. Thank you so much. Cheers and biddies from Axiogenesis. Season 9 hype, indeed. Another new season. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, thank you so much for those biddies. Ebugchaw, thank you for the Prime. Geordie, thank you for gifting a sub to Tiffpocalypse. We've got more gifted subs from Shanlot, Free. Oh, sorry, I'm reading it wrong, aren't I? Shano LT3. The Fluffy Ones Fluffy. Wastake, Matt96Tio, Meatless Jerky, and Toby Toast. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. We got My Kettle Lab for 2. Washel Lock for 12. MRSN 92 for 22. Animorphid with the Prime. Kimmy E with the Prime. RTDU24 with the Prime. And Mystery Oi That. Wow, that is a definite butcher name right there, with some cheers and biddies saying love HC in your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There'll be a new Hermitcraft episode out after this stream. And, you know, I know these streams in the beginning of the season, they often consist of a lot of saying thanks. I do like to thank everyone. So, thank you for sticking around while we say thanks to all the peeps for their support. We need to pick a message from chat. Let's have a look. I am going to try and pick out a question. There's a lot of peeps just saying, "Oh, hype," and I'm excited. Someone mentioned that there was an interesting spawn. Can you tell us more about it? Says Benderman. Yeah, sure. The Season 9 logo that you can, or like image with the logo that you can see on the Reddit thread and on, let's see, where else is it? Like Twitter and Twitch on the official Hermitcraft things. That is part of a beautiful spawn that WonderSim has picked out for us. Now, the reason that it's interesting is because it's a place of like natural beauty that's very aided for like a communal experience. Oh wow, is this like an it's an underwater bit, which I'm really not geared up for. That's something that'll be really cool about caving in this update, is being able to you know, do like underwater caving as well. I need to put that on my like task list. Things to do. Right, fatal mistake. Always keep blocks in your hotbar. Preferably not those ones, funny enough, because I'm not picking up a lot of cobble because I branch mine all the way down at the bottom of the world, right? There's no cobble down there. Okay, I'm going to take one more question. What have you been up to during the break, X, says Robbie Rolls. I did a fair few things. First of all, I got on top of my... Oh, there's more down there. I got on top of my to-do list and I cleaned my house top to bottom. Really satisfying to do. I like having a nice clean environment to be in. And so I took care of a lot of jobs and all that kind of stuff. So that cleared some headspace. And then I did a lot of streaming, which some of you would have seen here on Twitch. And I started getting back into my music and working on some demos again, which was really cool and fun. I also picked up the guitar and recorded a couple of videos that I put on the second channel. And then my RSI injuries came back and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to put the guitar down again, sadly. Although, I'm taking a bit of like a half week on the working out. And next week I'm going to schedule myself an evening where I play a bit of guitar. I'm going to learn a Dimmu Borgir song called Indoctrination. JRD says, Joe Hill's just uploaded. Awesome, there is your first Hermitcraft Season 9 episode, I believe. Dimmu is GOAT, says A&ME. I couldn't agree more with that. I couldn't agree more. Dimmu are my all-time favourite band. Like, in a like a I have a deep affinity with their music kind of way, right? They were a band that I discovered a few years into like getting into music that really just totally opened up my mind for what was possible with music. Made me feel so differently about it, and it was also a band that all of my friends liked as well, so we bonded a lot around their music. And honestly, just it blows me away how over the years I can never get away from their music. Like, whenever I put it back on, it's never dull, it's never boring, it just completely engrosses me. And like playing guitar along to their music is also completely engrossing. If I had a bit more time to play and record another song, it might be Spellbound by the Devil. Would probably be a potential guitar cover if ever I do one of those again. Which I just really don't know what will happen because of injuries and stuff. Yeah, anyway, that was a bit of a waffle. Which is what these streams are for, right? I thought that was squid ink for a second, for some reason. I thought the squid spawned down there, it died on the magma, but there's my squid ink. Oh, copper, okay. Copper's, pretty decorative, right? Like, you get your iron, you know, you're gonna, well, get some armor, which I've already got, but whenever I gather the copper from caving, it's like, I don't really need this. It's not part of my build palette. Let's read some more noises. I'm like 9 minutes behind. I'm going to be reading names all streams, so thank you ever so much to everyone. I do want to be able to say thanks for the tremendous support. Not just from me, but from all of the hermits, really. Like, you've helped us build an amazing thing here over the years, right? That we can be full-time content creators, pushing our Minecraft ability to its maximum. So thank you so much. I'm also going to be streaming again, same time tomorrow if you want to catch tomorrow's, where we'll be above ground a little bit more, but I'm not going to spoil anyone else's stuff. We will be... There's actually a mesa. There's a desert and a mesa, so I want to gather materials from both of those places. Look at how worn my diamond pick is, I've just realised. We should probably go find some more diamonds already. Actually, I'm not... I think I'm no longer... This isn't my caving system, so yeah. Bell Steven, thank you for 7 months. We got Cal 3432 here for 16. Tartucciolo for 10. Shawnee YYX for 37. How did I come into this little bit here? Dang it, I can't be lost. Oh, it was over here, wasn't it? There we go. From through here. Okay, now this room, I definitely remember... Aha, this is the way. This is the way. This is the way. Right, and I need to get some more noises up on my screen. Sakadja90, thank you. Rot Rees. The Onions Rule, thanks for subscribing. Bell Steven, thank you for gifting those subs. Beet Juice, The Winter Woman, Grim Burb. Nelson Daly, Icefall. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. We've got Corrupted MB for free. Carmidus, Ozzy Gurburn, Lycan S for 20. Rocket Ranger 64. Ben McClurian, Pedro Henry, Mushry Huns, Coda Kits, Kieran W24. Thank you all for subscribing. WF Kiwi for 3 months. Mots31 with the Prime. Becca with more gifted subs. Manda Petite. Andromacy. Derpy Skin Gaming. Subtly Subversive Steve and Izzy114. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Appreciate what you do, Becca. Crowny1988 with the Prime. Lucid the Android. Thinreal Wuss. Probably butchering that one right. Tasty Soup. JRD123, Sharo Manaru for 28, and Wolves of Days, here are some cheers and biddies, saying, X, I hope you're as hyped as we the viewers are. I am hyped. I am hyped. Peeps, these streams, you know, they're a place for you to come and enjoy one another's company, have a good time and all of that, so I'm not going to talk too much about what's going on in the world. It's been a hard few days. Not as hard, obviously, as some people have it in the world right now. And I just want to say, like, I am very excited to get into the new season, and kind of just hoping it gives everyone who needs it a bit of breathing space, you know, a little bit of distraction or whatever. We all need a little bit of that in these times. Tentacle Jelly, thank you for 3 months. Furcia7, thank you for subscribing. Honey Iffy Alive, thank you for gifting a sub to Cease For It. Appreciate you doing that. Mystery Yothut, thank you for the cheers and the bits, saying, I have the premiere open. Yes, to anyone who's not in the know, my video is premiering on YouTube. You can go there and check it out right now, but do not worry. It will not start until the end of this stream. I don't have a furnace down here. So I'm going to turn off the video for a second. Okay, don't be alarmed. That is deliberate. I don't want to spoil a thing, and I just need to pop up into my base because I thought I had some diamonds down the bottom here, and they're actually left up in my base. So we need those diamonds because my pick's running out. Okay, wrong chest. I think I'm still getting used to where I decided to put things. Okay. And then we'll pop back over here. We'll head down. And now I can press the button and bring the Minecraft back up. There you go. There you go. Arthit0806, thank you for 6 months. OE, it's Ray29, thank you for the Prime. My Shoe Bert. That is the name of my shoe. Thank you for 28 months. Coma Dust Fire for 15. Digicryony with the Prime. Crunchy Crunch, thank you for the Prime. Wow, great base, says AJ Angel. Yeah, great base. What biome are you building your base in? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not actually sure. It's like a bit of like foresty plains area. It's not the plains biome. It's probably actually just a forest. But like this is just my starter base we're talking about, right? The Arctic Viking, thank you for 38 months. Loopy Canis for 14. Zen 2001 with the Prime. Jumbo Sail Gaming for 23. Renasia Akura, thank you for the Prime. Liger, thank you for gifting a sub to Goat Unicorn. We got Zen 2001 gifting subs as well. Loads of gifted subs going around. Banana Doto, Anna Dorney 88, Matei 1286, Nano Minyo, and Knoleshki. Oh, these names are getting absolutely butchered. Be sure to say thanks in the chat if you heard your name getting butchered. Kojo89, thank you for the Prime. JL Do, Brink85, Silent Gargoyle, Star Gift, MLDKNR1. Becca, thank you for gifting a sub to Jaden Morning Star. Kenafasi95, Robbie Green 15, Boog 75, Asf for 34 months, Night Sport for 10, The Caesar for 17, and Zoo Yukon, thank you for the cheers and biddies. Has anyone earned the derp coin requirement for the face reveal yet? I don't think anyone has or anyone will. Because if anyone ever does, I'm going to change it immediately. Because it is just a joke. It is supposed to be a temporary joke. As we were going to use the derp coin stuff for interactions. As you see them, like on the screen. Like the little emotes that have been sort of happening. And then decided to not do it that way. Ooh, I'll take efficiency. A little bit far. Oh, no, it's not. Already had efficiency. Dang it. Should have taken unbreaking. Right, so now we need to get some diamonds. What should we take with us, though? Like, these are sort of materials that, if I die, I kind of want to recover some things, right? So we'll leave some supplies down here. And we'll probably not put a lot of torches. And yeah, time to get on our way. Big Papa Fish, thank you for the Prime. And Gruner, thank you for the Prime. I'm actually on top of those noises in the ear. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, everyone. No, I'm not. We've got one more. Crazy for Candy, here with a donation saying, hey X, love the content. Just wanted to donate a little to support you even if I can't donate a lot. Can't wait for the first episodes of Season 9. Thank you so much, Candy. Really appreciate that. You may know that Joe's episode is now live. So one of the first episodes is out already. That is free, right? So here's the dealio. We go... I think I'm just going to let it break. I'll let my first axe break. Sometimes I think it's nice to like, oh, I'll hold on to it and put it into like an item frame. But then I was like, eh. Now, there's a bit of a trade-off here. If I do that, I'm not holding my shield. But I don't think I'm going to really need... Like, unless I get really unlucky and like a creeper drops directly down into here. Anyway, obviously now it's probably a good time for talkie time. Let's also trigger the coordinate hub. So we are moving on the x-axis. We are, you know, thousands. I don't know what number we're going to go to, but we need to remember 1662 or around there is back at the beginning. Hey, Fozzie in chat says face reveal doesn't necessarily mean X's face. 1 billion derp coins for a Mumbo face reveal. There you go. Fozzie's got the answer. BR Guy, thank you for subscribing. And Chop Chop Builds, thank you for 2 months. Greatly appreciated. Also, we've got 5,800 peeps tuning in. Thank you everyone for coming by. Be sure to hit the follow button if you're enjoying it. I'll be streaming again at the same time tomorrow. Okay, so when this stuff is below you, what you want to do is just fill it in. Very simple stuff. Oh, do you know what I want to do? I want to save this and come... Oh, no, wait. When you do that, don't you lose the enchantment? Yeah, Maybe... Nah, that's not going to work out, is it? That's not really going to be worth anything. Okay. Well, I might as well just get it destroyed then. It's just wasting the space in my inventory. Not quite there, 07, Shadow Sea Plays, Griffiths99 and Skizzle77. Thank you so much for the support. Now we can turn it over to chat. We had loads of questions early on and now chat's a little quieter. Have you found any cool caves yet, says Duckface Twitch. Yes, at the very beginning of the season, in my first episode, you'll see a cool cave. Since going into that cave, I haven't really gone anywhere else. I saw XB was sharing a really cool area. I was thinking you're probably going to discover a lot of really cool places in the world because of the new generation, and maybe it'd be fun to have like a sightseeing Nether hub, like a sub-Nether hub that just takes you to places with really like interesting looking stuff. If you ever feel like going on a sightseeing tour, the problem as I see it with having all these beautiful spaces is that like they're good to look at, but then to transform them a little bit and to make it like your own probably requires a fair bit of building. Unless you want to space out all of your projects in the world. Hey, 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 hey! We got a noise in the ear. Unless you want to... I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to troll when this happens. Then I'm like, nah, that's... I should have just kept talking, right? Should have just kept talking. It's gone straight over them. Yeah, if you go and build like a bunch of farms and projects and spread them out through the world at all the beautiful spots, that could be a really cool way to enjoy them. I might do that myself, actually. I have an idea for my base that involved putting everything together as a base, but maybe I should embrace that idea a little bit. We'll see. BM 5k actual, thank you for 9 months of support. Oh my god, it's happened. Right, so when it's above you, it's more dangerous. So as for going really far away, we're now kind of forced to turn back. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just head all the way back. Away from the lava. And we'll get some redstone on the way. Oh, wait, there was another one. Now this is going to accumulate a lot of like deep slate for builds. In fact, do you know what? I might actually after this one just duck out and go back into some caves. Caves are a little bit more exciting. We got some diamonds. Not Gay Ben says it was nice to have a bigger break between seasons this time. I think it was... Personally, I think the break was a little too long, maybe, but it was definitely a good idea to have a break, and we should probably schedule in breaks between seasons. Feels good to have some time off, hit the reset button and whatnot. Because Hermitcraft's a grind. Like, you do this thing like non-stop for a year or whatever. And so little breaks between seasons I think are generally a good thing for us, and probably for all of y'all as well. Unwoven Rainbow, good to see you here, my dude. Thank you for 57 months. Hope you're doing well. I absolutely adore deep slates for roofs and stuff, says Coffee Pixel. My build palette for this season is, it's like my first episode is all about, let's build something amazing that looks really interesting, but you can just do it in the first, days on Minecraft. And deep slate does not fit into the palette at all. I've been thinking about how to expand the palette a little bit as I expand the base, and I realized that like deep slate is not one of those blocks that works. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm not thinking about it right. If I wanted to add in some contrast and variety, then yeah, it probably would. But just off the bat, I can't really just squeeze it in. Hey, the one, the only, it's Mace School here for 84 months. Thank you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is good. We've got Explosion 905 with the Prime, Spherio with the Prime, Space Explorer for 7 months. I've been so excited for this. I have a question for you. I'm thinking about getting an electric guitar, but I don't know what to get. Any tips? I would say go to a store and just play a few guitars. Just pick some up, maybe ask someone there who probably gets that question a lot. Like, as a metal player, I'm fond of Ibanez. They're the only guitars I really buy. And then like maybe a Jackson is another one I'd be interested in. But it depends on what style you want to play and whatnot. Tom, JC, thank you for the Prime. And MK O'Brien, thank you for gifting subs too. PSG, MND, Mephilit, Bisani, Ellie Swan, and Sinister Ares. We've also got Muppification here with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Okay, let's drop off the goodies. We didn't get a crazy amount, but enough to keep us going. We'll hop back into the caves. We've got some blocks. We've got all that we need here, really. Probably don't need that on me. Shield in the offhand. This thing is for when we go do our activities down here. I'll probably want to bring that with me now, as we're going to be putting down some torches. So, as we go up here, I want to hold forward, I think. Yes. Okay, so now there are some caves at the deep slate level. We'll start by going in this direction. I can't remember where exactly it led. To a dead end, possibly? Possibly there's a little more. Very little more. That is a very little more, isn't it? Right, so we got Mira, 3,400 with the Prime. Polkian for 13 months. Looking forward to Season 9. When you're caving, why don't you put torches to the same side of the wall so you know which way is home? I've heard that technique brought up since the very beginning days of playing this game, and I remember trying to use it, and it doesn't work. It's very easily just to get turned around. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I tried it a bunch of times back in the day, and it just didn't work out. And then every time I hear it mentioned, I'm just kind of like, yeah, sounds like a good idea, but it doesn't quite work. Anyway, I find my brain's like pretty good at sort of mapping the terrain as I go through it, and then finding my way back, so I don't really worry too much about that whole thing. Wow, okay, I think we found like a real big area here. Ah! I was expecting that. Look, butt kickers come. We got Duke of GTA. Thank you ever so much for the Prime, my dude. Verezushki, thank you for 7 months. Yeah, that took care of that sucker. Birdie J373, thank you for gifting subs to a person with names I can't even say because I don't know what those characters are. Zergo86 and Extremely Dusty. Thank you so much, and be sure to say thanks in the chat to Birdie. Mighty Owl says, I love the Relena Rain music. Oh yeah, it's our soundtrack for today. Macanef says, oh, by the way, Thor, I got chosen as a mod for Small Streamer. We have a lot of fun and banter. Thank you for inspiring me to apply for mod and making Twitch chats a safe space for everyone. Also, lots of love to Estelian as well. Her kindness inspired me a lot too. That's really cool. That's really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, our mods here do a lot to make a... Oh my god, a nice environment for all of you. And if you've not heard me say it before, the chat is the mod's domain. Please respect their wishes. Every now and then there's a little bit of like drama, an argument, a disagreement or whatever. The idea is always that this isn't... Oh, this isn't like a place to defend the last bastion of freedom of speech or whatever. We're trying to have a cool community here, and one of the things that helps with that is having moderators and just respecting their wishes. Sometimes maybe you say something you misunderstood. It's far better just to... Okay, I've got to back off. To kind of like go with the flow, listen to what's being said, and yeah, and work together essentially. Work together, you know, so that we have a nice environment here. So please do respect their wishes. Not just today, but at any point. Ugh! Thought there was going to be one right behind me then. Yeah, these new caves, they kind of throw up like a lot of new shapes at you, so like mobs can come from like places you might not expect. I love the bones. I'm going to need a lot of bones actually. I need to find a skeleton spawner at some point. That's something you always need each season it seems, but I'm actually going to use skeleton bones for like a big project later on, so I kind of need to get a supply going earlier because it's going to take me a long time to farm them for later in the season. Apparently Gem has now uploaded. Oh, the videos are rolling in. Feel free to inform others in the chat when other episodes come out. If you want to hop away and watch them, go right ahead. I'm just here caving, you know. And I might not be here when you get back because, well, we've got another 90 minutes of this, so who knows. Right, and next order of Xisuma waffles will be a food waffle. If you've been around, you're not surprised. Rickro, RMBW Trash, Creeperubu. Delverak has gifted a sub to Grian. We've got Grian here watching, possibly. Thanks for coming by, dude. And be sure to say thanks to Delverak for the gifted sub in chat. We got Siracab here with the 3-month or 4-month subscription. I'm Adas with the Prime. Igrigel for 4 months. Hermitcraft, my beloved, with the Prime. Darkermans for 35. And Hobalt for 4 months. I've butchered that name, I know it. Hey X, keep up the good work. Used to play on your Patreon server a while ago, but unfortunately work gets in the way. No problem at all, dude. I hope you enjoyed your time there. We launched a 3rd season of that, by the way. If anyone's interested, you can go to xisumavoid.com/get-whitelisted. There is some info on that page on what the server is about and how to play. Yeah, so food talk. If you don't know, I am a foodie. And like basically I have an endless belly. Like, I can always eat. I am always hungry. Every now and then I kind of go through maybe like a week where I'm sort of like satisfied and alright, but most of the time I'm just always thinking about food. And I have to, like, you know, work on that. I have to be smart about that. I can't just give in to hunger all the time. So because of that, I tend to waffle here, kind of venting, you know, just chatting about food so I get it off my chest a bit. Anyway, today what I'm trying to do is just have one meal for the whole day, or possibly, because I'm going to order something, maybe a curry, maybe a Nando's later, maybe a couple of hours before I have that, I'll eat something very light and then exercise for a bit. But yeah, today I'm trying to go through the day on just one meal. And right now my belly's rumbling a fair bit, so I probably need to drink some more water. But I decided to have a coffee. Usually have coffees before my workouts, not on the weekend. And I tell you what, it really perked me up. Really, like, gave me a bit of a buzz. Now, coffee don't give you extra energy, it gives you the illusion of energy. But, you know, whatever's at your aid for reaching your goals. I like intermittent fasting. I've seen the benefits of it, and there is just so much good information on fasting. And so if I can just do one meal a day, if I can start to get to grips with that, that's like just another good strategy for health long term, you know? Every time you eat, you're firing up your metabolism, your body's going to work, and, you know, it takes a toll over time. You spend most of your time eating and snacking, like, your metabolism's going to weaken. And, you know, in terms of longevity, I've been trying to eat right, and I've been doing it well for a long time. No snacking, eating good meals, eating them in a small window of time. But now I've been doing 2 meals a day and adapting to that. And on the weekends I wanted to try 1. And I almost didn't until I had that coffee. I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll have a coffee as an experiment and see how we get on with this live stream. Because I didn't want to sit through a live stream feeling like hungry and tired or whatnot. But no, I feel really really good. So experiment going well. Coffee always makes that darn hunger go away for a bit, says Anichi. Yeah, well, in terms of how I've used it, it's rarely been used for that. So this is my, like, I guess, first experience trying to stave off a bit of hunger with it. To get to 1 meal a day without suffering hunger, the best way to go is low carb, heavy on the meat and eggs, says Jazza Gaia. Yeah, I try to eat as low carb as I can. To be fair, it's probably like, it's way less than I used to. And I eat the correct sort of carbs. I eat more vegetables, fibrous carbs, you know. Still have a fair bit of rice. I found I ate some couscous in the week. And I felt like it didn't spike my blood sugar. Like, if I have a meal that's got a load of pasta in it, I'll feel it after and I'll need to go for a walk. But rice, sometimes it's like that. But couscous, I don't know, like nothing from that. I'm going to have some couscous again on Monday and see how I feel. I'm very interested in all of this stuff, as you might be able to tell. Queers, thank you for 3 months. Det Pikachu, thank you for 2. And Catlin Highlands, thank you for your Prime subscription. I think Has someone been through here before? It feels like you should see more ores and stuff down at this level. Oh yeah, and I guess keeping the coordinates on the stream will help if I unfortunately get creepered or die. But I will take that right there. Say pasta again. Yeah. Pasta. Actually, pasta? It's not pasta either. Pasta? I'm saying pasteur. Pasta. Hello. Yeah, do that. Cheers. Alandri32, thank you for the prime. And Dep Pikachu, thank you for gifting subs too. Kalahana80, Woozy, Let's Get It, Ansel BB, Freezer Frio Frio, and Cake and Egg Studios. Appreciate it. Life is too short to skip carbs. Give me fresh warm bread or rich tomato pasta with some fitness afterwards. Any day, as long as you work it off and try and keep it balanced, you don't have to skip it, says Springfire. I can't really comment on that because I'm not entirely sure. The nature of the conversation around carbs that I mostly hear is like, the less the better for longevity. You can, if you know how to quantify what you're eating, then maybe, because, ooh, it looks like someone has been through here. Because I know that you can like get the glucose and whatnot out of your bloodstream by exercising after, but I don't know like how much of a toll it takes on your body to eat it anyway. So I would maybe check that assumption and research it a bit more, because like a lot of the conversation around reducing carbs is rarely like, carbs are alright if you then go exercise. It's like more of, no, you want to avoid them, but if you do end up eating them, exercise will help after. But I really don't know too much on that specific way of looking at it. Anyway, I am now quite carbohydrate sensitive because of how I've changed my diet, and the fact that I can just, you know, eat a sandwich, eat some bread, and just feel that way, like that difference after, to me kind of shows me, yeah, I'm probably doing the right thing here. Not only have I heard this stuff's bad, now that I've done it for long enough, I'm sensitive to it, and feels like the right decision for me to keep going in that direction. And don't get me wrong, I love me some bread and whatnot, but you know, why is it so nice? It's because it gives you a bit of that sugar rush. And hey, I'm not saying like never eat the stuff, but like for me, it's my regular diet, my regular programming that needs to be as like sharp as I can make it. And then when you're out and about, when, you know, something out of the blue happens, or maybe you're on holiday, you know, indulge, enjoy it when the time is right. There we go. It seems weird that bread can be bad when society depended on it for so long, says Motorhorn. Well, that's probably a problem with like language and perception, is that like using words like bad is an oversimplification, right? It is probably not the most preferable thing to eat in your diet, but for reasons that are not immediately apparent. We're talking like long-term effects or changes to the body, stuff that's hard to see in the immediate. You know, a lot of the stuff like we're talking about not eating carbs, like carbs don't kill you immediately. In fact, if you've got nothing else to eat, they're food. It's food, right? And bread's easily producible on a large scale. I mean, these are all essentially good things, but with the access to science and knowledge that we have, we know that different dietary choices have different effects in the long run. So, you know, we kind of know that eating carbs and whatnot constantly ain't the best. Don't you need carbs to survive? Lol, especially starch for energy? No, not specifically, because your body can produce energy from fat, no problem at all. And eating lots of carbs makes that process less efficient. So like, carbs gives you energy, but it the science indicates that it's healthier to, produce energy from fat essentially in your body. The main thing is to avoid over-processed food, says the Thinky. Yeah. Like if you're at like the beginning of a health-conscious journey, you want to change your diet. Don't get too deep into the weeds. Just good place to start is avoiding those hyper-processed foods. Get lots of good old veggies into your diet. Which, by the way, vegetables are carbs too, but they're fibrous carbs, which is an important distinction. So someone's been through here, and they're clearly like left a fair bit of materials that maybe they didn't want. So I'm going to guess all the good stuff's gone. Wow, this is... Oh, I need to find a cave system like this. One of my goals for the season was to create a flying elytra arena for a cave configuration. And this, whoo, is looking pretty epic. Right, we should probably move on to the food stuff, because I get way too deep into it every time. Carefree Bird says Italians have developed a culture around carbs in their life expectancy is 5 years longer than Americans. I think it's all good in moderation. Yeah, sure. It's a culture thing though, right? Like, America has a different type of health system. There's a lot of driving in America, whereas in Italy there's more walking, and these things make a difference. You're constantly getting in a car all the time to get to places. Like the lack of exercise can compound, I guess. Dang, this is insane, the size of this cave. This is 1.18. This is what I'm talking about right here. This will be part of the Elytra run, that's for sure. Dang, yo, it's epic. I gotta light it all up. Wow. This is going to be like so... I think we should spend some time here just trying to light it up. It's going to be so big, it's probably going to be difficult to keep track of everything. Right, where are we in terms of noises and stuff? Liger, thank you for gifting some biddies, saying excellent Mumbo prank today, X. Yeah, the one thing we spoiled was Mumbo's bass right at the beginning of the stream. If you missed it, I apologise. Thank you for the cheers and biddies, my dude. Delvarak, thank you for gifting a sub to Pearl. Pearl's here. Thank you, Pearl, for tuning in. Be sure to say thanks in the chat to Delvarak. Temp1029 is here for 68 months, saying super excited to see what you get up to this season. Any plans for 1.19 when it's released? Or is this already 1.19? So if you're thinking about playing... Wow. If you're thinking about playing in the 1.19 update, it is a not supported snapshot. It will not become a part of the 1.19 snapshot cycle leading up to the release of 1.19. In the past on Hermitcraft, we used to play snapshots when they were maybe a little more reliable, when the game was smaller, when there were less things that could go wrong. And so we would play a snapshot and then update to the update, and that used to be okay. It's not quite like that anymore, and we want to keep the health of our world nice and decent, so we don't plan to use snapshots. We wait for the full update, and even then we're probably not going to jump straight into it, but we're going to, give it a week or two, see if any nasty bugs emerge, maybe wait for the, 19.1. So if you were considering playing in that experimental snapshot, that, you will not be able to upgrade that world. It is for the experimental stuff only. And so when a 1.19 snapshot comes along, it won't work with that snapshot. And, I don't know how clear Mojang make that stuff. I don't know how clear I make it when I make my videos. But I hope no one out there has, dug in for the long run on one of those worlds. Hey, it's Cloud Fuel! Possibly the same... Cloud, I believe, no, it would be. Of course it would, because Twitch. Yeah. Hey, dude, thank you for subscribing with the Prime. Also, ZenusBG, Kayx001, EcoLife with the Primes, And Cloud Fuel is gifting some subs to Edelhan, Mickey Bester, Little Dragon, Roman Warrior, and Cory9i. Be sure to say thanks in the chat if you were gifted a sub. Thank you, my dude. Furnesarama and that one shy guy. Thank you for the primes. And we've got Zabu Zane here with a donation saying, "Hey, X, can't wait to see what you and the Hermits are up to this season." Thank you, my dude. Greatly appreciate your support. I can tell you what I'm up to this season. I kind of want to go like back to the roots a little bit. Try and just enjoy the early game. Have a bit more of a slower paced season. I say that you know, it'll go at whatever pace it goes at, but I'm gonna focus a lot more on building, enjoying things in the game, not trying to like, you know, rush through that tech tree. Or one of the big things I think we have a bit of a problem with is like there's such a mad rush to set up shops, and then everything's available really early and you have all these shortcuts. I'm going to try and avoid shopping, which is pretty much what I did last season actually. I barely used any shops. In fact, I think I didn't buy anything from anyone other than maybe like 1 or 2 emergency supplies when I was doing some stuff off camera. Right, I need coal, and there's like no coal down at this level. So yeah, I kind of want to like have a bit more of an organic feeling. Like, I remember season 2 of Hermitcraft, how it was just, I was just logging on and playing and making videos, and I didn't have like a notepad full of ideas, which I still have, but like the spirit of it was just so much more like, what's going on in the world? What am I going to do now? And I kind of want to get to that. And, you know, I've built my little starter base, and already I'm thinking like, I don't really have much of a plan. I just pick out like something to do. And I like that. And we'll see how far it goes, you know. Oh, dude, this could totally be like the Elytra race course right here. We could start working on it very early. You just come down here for... That is slime, and without knowledge of the seed, this is... Ooh! Sunbursts! I'll take the red... I'll tell you what, I'll take that as well, because I didn't... You know, if you leave it behind, okay, it's fair game. Yeah, I'll take that. Noises in the Ear, Thundercarbon, Wood Louise Pie, Booksaw, Vimao94, Mr. Green DK, thank you all for your Prime subscriptions, and Springfire1994, thank you for gifting the sub to Cleo. We've got Cleo in chat as well. We've got a few hermits watching. Oh god, mouth burp, disgusting. That's that coffee going down. Thanks for tuning in, Cleo. The squishiness is somewhere around here. Oh, hello, Squishy. So yeah, without knowledge of the seed, like, slimes are going to be pretty valuable. It might be a good idea to perhaps routinely come back to this area. So that's the chunk that could potentially be it. What would be the best way to make a marker? So if I come back down here again, these will sort of be in the corners, just to kind of say, hey, this is one of those. Oh wait, what am I doing? We'll put it there. That's kind of maybe all I need, really. Maybe that corner too. So if I happen to come to it from different areas, wow, it's deep down here. There's just some weird chunk markers. Like, if I just see that little oak configuration from down here, it'll be like, oh yeah, slime chunk. But I don't think we came through here. I don't think this is going to lead me back to where we started. And I need to go get some coal, so we're going to go back to the upper area next. Tip, you can get diamond armor very early using villagers. Just need a Fletcher and armor, says Foreign Industry. If you watched me last season, I did the villager thing. And I'm kind of avoiding it because it's just that villagers are so overpowered. And again, like, looking for a little more spontaneity and an organic feeling, I kind of want to avoid doing really powerful farms and maybe just do like smaller farms and yeah, I don't know. Like the villager thing, I think it needs rebalancing, but this season I don't really want to use it that much. Okay, let's go down to the bottom just to check what's in our chest already. Sendrimo, thank you for the 4 months, saying thanks for the wise words. Also, me and the wife love Earl Grey tea that you drink. Gone through hundreds of bags since that stream. Awesome! Glad you enjoy it. I do enjoy my tea. I don't actually have any Earl Grey anymore. Over time, you just change your eating habits, right? Like, I was looking through my cupboards and checking the dates on my supplies, and I found a couple of things that had gone out of date and some other stuff that might do. And I just kind of realised, like, I like all this stuff, but my eating habits keep changing. And so some of the stuff that I brought, like, goes out, and I don't drink Earl Grey anymore. And, yeah, there's only a handful of ones that I drink. It's just because I found myself, like, not really fancying it very often, so they would just sort of sit there taking up space. So I finished them off, and I was like, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, tea is awesome. TuckTuck930, thank you for 3 months. Asda Car Park, thank you for 10. And Robo Mugin, thank you for your Prime subscription. So when you just need to get torches, oh, I got a bow. Oh, that actually is... I haven't even had any strings, so that is self-defense. If I need it. Yeah, let's now go up. Dog Girl Gone is here saying, what's your favourite TV show? Oh, I've got to go higher than that. If we're talking all time, possibly The Wire, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones before it got ruined. Probably The Wire. I love The Office, the American one. That would be another favourite of mine. And the chat is now going ham with their suggestion, or their favourites too. Let's have a look. Because I don't like answering questions like that, because I'm always like, oh, forget something. Like, if you go, what's your favourite movie? I'm always like, oh, God, I've seen so many. I don't know. But I know definitely The Office, The Wire, and Breaking Bad would be up there. And I'm looking at chat to see what I might have missed. We need to find like another route for this caving. Deadman XRPMX, thank you ever so much for subscribing. And Vintage Beef is uploaded if you're looking for another episode. Babylon 5, anyone? Nope, says Temp. I feel like I might rewatch Babylon 5 as well as Deep Space Nine. Like, when I was younger, I used to rewatch stuff a lot. So, like, another favourite TV show would be The Next Generation. And then as I got older, I get into this mindset of, like, always wanting to consume something that's new. And I rarely watch something and go, I'm going to watch that again soon. Right? Whereas I feel like maybe... I've said this so many times on stream and I haven't changed my behaviour, but like maybe there's quality to that, like enjoying something on a deeper level as opposed to just enjoying stuff that's new all the time. But yeah, Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine, I think I'm going to have to revisit at some point in the future. They were fascinating shows that got me through the lockdown. Let's see. It's all underground, like underwater. Oh, well, that's what I'm looking for. So I'll take some. It's also going to be a bit awkward to go and like find more caves. I guess I could try and just branch mine in the direction of, I don't know, some zombie sounds or something if we hear them. Voyager is better in my opinion, says Bell Steven. Voyager's okay. It's got some good bits and some not so good bits. I never really got massively drawn into it, but I have some fond memories of watching that show with like friends way back in the day. Like in the middle of the night, when I was a night owl. They used to be on at like 2 in the morning or something. Arrested Development, that's another cracking. That's a genius comedy right there. MacNod89, thank you for 25 months. I love it when seasons start. So much going on. Love your vids. Keep on. Yeah, there is. There's like a lot of hermit activity and communal activity. And I've discussed it before. It makes a lot of sense. A lot of people tune in and want to find out what's going on, but like in my mind, it's like the best projects happen like later on and throughout the season, but everyone loves the beginning, right? Thank you for the donation, my dude. Greatly appreciated. We did it. Wait, no, sorry. That was I didn't read the donation. The donation is from Cosmo Guy. Thank you, my dude. We did a UHC with the new caves, and it's so much more exciting and dangerous, and it's not just strip mining anymore. Defo doing that again. That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about doing a UHC and how it might change. Yeah, there you go. UHC in 1.18. Right, what we'll do down here, let's actually start where we start. I'm going to go in the opposite direction this time, which I haven't done yet. So we'll just go this direction and try and get some more diamonds, and we'll grind this out next. Angry K9, the one, the only, the Evil X, 82 months, saying 2 more months to 7 years of following you on Twitch. Dang, you've come a long way since the humble beginnings of boring voice Xisuma. Hello YouTube, and welcome back. God, that old voice, eh? Appreciate it, my dude. Illuminatus1310, thank you for 5 months. Do you really think that 1 block mining is faster because you are crawling and it feels so slow, says Hand Fried? As a simple way to answer this, if I hold down click and forward, you'll see that we are continuously mining. So therefore, we cannot mine faster than this going too tall. That is only while I have this enchantment though, a little bit of a caveat. And if you go through a patch of tough, it's not the same. But the thing is, you have a higher ratio of exposing blocks the way I'm doing it right now. Every time I mine 1 block, I expose 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the one behind it. If I have to mine 2 blocks, that ratio gets lowered. So, ooh, okay, so lava from the side, not good. Now we head back. So yeah, the ratio is, so if I were to do like a 2x2 tunnel or a 3x3, just think about how as you mine more blocks to make the width for that tunnel, it takes more time and you expose less blocks. So the most efficient way you can expose the blocks is just this. So maybe in the future when I get a faster pick, I'll also just bring some speed potions. And then that way, it might still be the most efficient way to do it. Dread Pirate Ray, thank you for 5 months. Hazed Hippo, thank you for 8. Divine Guide, thank you for 5. Appreciate it. Oh, that's interesting. But now I can just go like this. And then... So now it's like quite slow because I'm... yeah, I'm now not mining as I head back. Which is something you could say is bad for this technique, I don't know. Some good old water there. I used to not like this version of mining because you were mining stone. You broke blocks too fast. I think with deep slate being the main material now, it's much more time efficient, says Get the Third. Yeah, that could be a big factor in it, right? So that was the way that we just came back. I'm going to leave that then, and then we'll go this way. We'll probably just hit lava again. I am Sweetie, thank you for 6 months. Appreciate it. Oh, there's the lava. It's definitely not much of a headache hitting the lava down here. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Seems like there's a fair bit of it about. Yeah, that's 3 blocks. Right, we'll go this way. Curly Gamer says, I'm a bit late, Sir Xisuma. Congratulations on Hermitcraft Season 9. Also, we've got XP Crafted in chat. Thanks for tuning in, my dude. I don't know if XP's got his video out yet, but there's a few of them. You can always go to hermitcraft.com and see which episodes are live. Xisuma, do you play Hypixel? I do not. I don't really play other games. Like, if you ever see me play another game, it'll be on my channel or on Twitch. Not much of a gamer. Oh, and I didn't get to talk about... Okay. I didn't get to talk about this other creative idea that I've got at the moment. Right now, there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and I am pretty sure what is currently happening to me is some sort of way to cope with it. Because when I was a kid, right, I got taken up and down the country going to football stadiums and watching games. And I have like an absolute fascination with stadiums, but the stadiums that I went and saw, like if you're from the UK, you've probably got a better idea of this. If you're in America, stadiums are big, they're bold, they're fantastic. Here in the UK, the like professional football started in the 1800s, okay, the late 1800s, and has endured up until this day. And football stadiums, like when they were first made, were not big concrete bowls of wonder or anything. They were like ramshackled little stands on the side of football pitches. And I just got this weird feeling that I need to turn to the right to get back. No. Dang it, I'm not sure if I prepped this tunnel right for returning. Anyway, let's continue with the story. Oh. 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 I've got a shovel for this. Let me just make a note. There we go. Where are we at with this story? Sheffield FC for the win. Oldest pro football club in the world and my home team, says Springfire. I've been to... You're on about Sheffield United, right? Not Wednesday. I've been to Wednesday's ground, Hillsborough, which is famous for... well, probably for both like great reasons and an unsavoury one as well, I guess. Big tragedy happened there. Anyway, these stadiums are not like mega sports arenas with, you know, fantastic views and stuff. It's less prominent today because there's more money in the football league, and so clubs have been able to upgrade and whatnot. But you know, you'd have all these just weird arrangements of like terraces, seating, and roofs, and sometimes no roofs around the pitch. And I'd see a lot of these stadiums, we'd visit them, and I just like had a fascination with them as a kid. I used to draw pictures of football stadiums, and then I used to make them out of Connects and Lego as well. Some of the ones I made out of Connects were like really big. They like, you'd struggle to pick it up, and the Lego ones were a bit smaller and whatnot. So yeah, I've always had this childhood fascination with stadiums. I have like books. Oh, here we go. So I have books about like all the stadiums in the UK, and I've watched like an ungodly amount of YouTube videos on them and stuff like that. Anyway, I just recently started watching videos and like going on Google Earth and looking at random stadiums around the world and like trying to find really quirky ones and whatnot. And I don't know, I'm just like endlessly fascinated by them. I used to make them like every now and then I'll like just have a little like dive back into that space. And so like maybe over like 12 years ago now, I started making them in Google SketchUp, like in 3D on the computer, and I would just make like weird looking stadiums and stuff. I'm almost more interested in like the old crumbling apart ones than I am the modern ones. But America has a lot of really nice modern ones. I really like how they go for like big bowls that aren't fully symmetrical. And anyway, I just felt this desire to maybe like try and build a really interesting looking one with Lego again. And I was looking at videos on YouTube and I found this guy who made QPR's stadium. And the way he used the Lego bricks, like there's so many more Lego bricks that are better for building now. Like a lot of the ones that I built, like the roofs have had loads of little Lego dents on them, whereas now you can get like roof shapes and roof tiles. And so I'm trying to find my way into this and figure out like where to start. I've seen that there are kits for building like Old Trafford and a few other famous stadiums like Anfield, but they kind of look like they're very purpose made, and then you'd struggle to then use those things to create your own stadium designs with it. Also, the scale of it looks too small for what I'd like to do, And so I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I get my hands on, like, the right Legos to do this? I've been researching, like, the pitches that you can buy, and it kind of looks like a lot of the pitches that are already built require, that they require, like, customization, or, like, you got to find the right green tiles and build your own scale pitch, because some of the ones that exist are just too small, really. Apparently Impulse and Doc M have now uploaded. The videos are rolling out, peeps. They're rolling out. You got lots of Hermitcraft to go enjoy today. Yeah, like I said, this is all an experiment, me doing this stream today. One of the things I didn't think of is that while I'm streaming, everyone's going to be going and checking out the new videos. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do it again next season, we'll see. Do you have a Lego store near you? The people in there are really good at helping with that kind of stuff. Everstrew, I was thinking about visiting a Lego store, and that is a great reason. I kind of was thinking, let me make a note for that, Lego store. I was kind of thinking you'd go there, look at the stock, it would probably be expensive. But yeah, that's a really good idea. I could have a chat with someone and find out if they have things for that. So anyway, yeah, I want to get my hand on some Legos and just start building some stadiums again. I also kind of like don't want to spend too much time thinking about the air quotes this and that of what I could do, and maybe just like get into it a bit. Like I've got the Legos from when I was a kid, right? So I can just grab those again and start. But I kind of know that I know the limitations of that because I did it all when I was a kid. So I do want to get my hands on some new Lego pieces. One being like trying to figure out... Oh yeah, okay, I can tell you more about my research, right? So I was thinking scale. You can get some blocks that kind of look like seats. They're more like slopes. They look nice, but you know they're for smaller scale builds. And then I found a website dedicated to doing really advanced Lego builds, and it had Birmingham City Stadium, and the scale of it was massive, so that like regular Lego blocks could then become individual seats, and it looked really good. But it was like a 50,000 piece build, and I'm trying to think like how much is that in terms of money. Like I'm gonna have to spend money to get all these Lego blocks, and I kind of don't want to dive straight into like throwing a load of money at something and then finding out, oh, I don't want to do this. I mean, you know, like it's just a bit of an idea at the moment. So yeah, another thought crossed my mind as well is like, you know, if I'm a bit money conscious about just throwing money at a hobby, what if I did it in 3D? I think I should probably fire up Google SketchUp again and see if that scratches an itch. Or maybe there's like a really good Lego block builder where you can build something that looks really nice in 3D on the computer. That could be a, you know, not only a money saver, but you know, you're not buying physical products, which is resources and whatnot. A bit more environmentally friendly, possibly. Yeah, because I wouldn't want it to just be like a brief fad after putting loads of money into it. I'd want to have a fair bit of fun doing that. So these are all thoughts that are like rolling around in my head that I'm trying to figure out, and maybe I'll jump into it and give it a go. Bricklink Studio. Let me make some notes. Yeah, I'll give that a go. And yeah, going to the store though sounds like a good one. Lego Digital Designer. Let's write that one down. I did manage to fire, like, I found one that worked online this morning when I was doing a bit of research, but it took me forever to like pick a Lego block and put it in, and then it was like really difficult to then put another Lego block near it, and I was like, this is good for like small scale stuff, but if you want to build some big scale stuff, you need to be able to like place blocks way quicker than this, otherwise you're going to be doing it forever. Watch a video called Illegal Lego Building Techniques. Dang. Now, I'm taking some notes right now, but if anyone wants to tweet me anything I miss, you can always do that. What do you think of Aston Villa Park Ground, says Life with Laura. Oh, I love Aston. I've been there. I went there. I love that one. What I like about one like Aston Villa's is that it's old school, but it's kind of massive, right? Like a lot of old school stadiums tend to be on the smaller side. And I love grounds where they like fill in all the corners and there's like quirkiness to it where I don't know, like maybe like one of the stands doesn't quite line up with the pitch the same as the others. Like Everton's got a lot of that quirkiness. Anfield kind of has it too, but Anfield's very clean looking. But like the way some of the stands stretch over the edges of the corners and stuff, I don't know why it fascinates me so much. It must just be like a childhood thing. By the way, I'm turning to the right, aren't I, to come back? I think I'm turning to the right. I remember that the coordinates are around 166 or something, right? So if it becomes a problem, we'll be able to get back. I should also consider that I've only got 500 left on that. So it might not be a bad idea to turn around once we hit the next 100. Images of Stamford Bridge from the early 90s is really interesting. It's like a picture of a running track and only one stand. Yes, I know. I've looked at loads of those images. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Historical. There's loads of websites dedicated to like images from the past of football grounds. I've seen those images of Chelsea's ground back then. I like, it's so weird why it fascinates me so much. And what I would love to do is, like, if I could develop my own computer game, and I probably wouldn't do this because I don't think there's a market for it, but I love the idea of, like, a stadium manager where you, like, start in the 1800s and, like, you slowly upgrade a football stand over time or something. I don't know. I just love being in that world. When I used to play Football Manager games as a kid, if the game had a, like, upgrade your stadium part, that used to be one of my favorites. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna put a bigger stand on this side, and I'd just like, you know, it'd just be a bunch of like images in some old school like 90s game, but I'd be like, yeah, we've upgraded the stand. Have more peeps in now. Chloe says, I can see Anfield and Everton from my window. Awesome, that's cool. I'm not sure I'd actually want to live next to a football stadium as much as I like them. I wouldn't be bothered by the noise because it's just match day and whatnot, but like, I guess seeing in the distance, not so bad. The thing for me is that if I were to move to like an ideal house or home, I'd want to look out the window and see like land, countryside and forests and whatnot, as opposed to like urban areas. Right, noises in the ear. I'm very far behind. Mush Wolf, Randy, thank you for gifting a sub to XB Crafted. Appreciate it, my dude. Jatums1. With a Prime, converted from a Prime Gaming sub to a Tier 1 sub. I've not seen that message before. That's really weird. Thanks for converting. Master Ducky, thank you for the cheers and bits, saying, is it true that David Angel 64 Vex and Larsh Mark ESP Larsh Mark are joining Season 9? There are no new Hermits joining this season, I'll tell you now. Wooden Oak Buffalo, thank you for the Prime. Kilgore, thank you for 29 months. Tree, thank you for 70. Evil X right there. Goodness me. I said this many times before, you're a big part of my life. Season 9. Already 9 seasons in. It's crazy. It's just how time goes, right? It keeps ticking. What's that song? Time keeps on ticking into the future. Something like that. Yeah, thank you, my dude, for your continued support. We've got Mr. Hyena here with cheers bits saying, is this the first day of Hermitcraft Season 9? It is the first day. It's the first hours. You know, episodes are going live. Mine will go live in 50 minutes. And my plan is to raid my own premiere video and send you all over there. I'm really happy with how the first episode turned out. It's got the vibe I was looking for. I'm currently recording the second episode, which is kind of continuing the same path. So it can always be a bit like nervy leading up to it. And I kind of like remind myself, and I've been doing this for years, I know what to do. But I kind of wanted to shift gears and get a different feeling, and I feel like I found that, so good start to the season. Philippa with the Prime, Silencio, Frothy Bum Squeeze. God, what a username. Wizard Rincewind. Another crazy username. Rincewind. I don't know, that sounds so different. Thank you for the Prime. And Mr. Haney with cheers and biddies. More cheers and biddies. Thank you again for throwing those biddies my way. Who are on the first day of Hermitcraft? Other than you, Xisuma. I am late to the stream, so I don't know which hermits are on the server. Okay, so we've been playing on here since Monday, and that's who's online right now. But pretty much everyone was here Monday, so, except maybe, I think, one or two. I know definitely one hermit wasn't able to join, but, yeah, maybe one or two weren't there. Snocky, thank you for 8 months of support. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it ever so much. Let's do some of this, do some of that, fill it all in, you know. Did you ever watch Cricket X? Says Bean Rendonant. No, I've never been into cricket. I was looking at a few cricket stadiums the other day. I think I've got a bit more appreciation for the different types of stadiums. When I was younger, it was just all football. Oh man, I've drunk tons of that water. Goodness me. Tons of that water. What is the timer next to the chords? It is the time of day. Mr. Hyena, thank you for more cheers and biddies, saying, so TFC took part in the first day of Hermitcraft Season 9. That is correct. That is correct, my dude. Drink water, says DigiKyrony. I have just drunk some water. What are the grey boxes next to the tabs? That's the status mod, which I haven't... Oh no, it's not that button. What one is status? There it is. Like I could do that, and then that tells peeps that I'm streaming. Peeps, I'm just going to have to pause streaming for a second. Like a literal second. This is also a good opportunity to switch from sitting to standing. I'm back, by the way. Also, my desk and its triple monitors, the stand that holds it up, I don't think it's tall enough. I've been trying to like reassess ergonomics and RSI, and I really do feel like it needs to be a bit taller. And so I've been trying to get in touch with the manufacturer, which I got a phone number to call on Monday. But what I'm probably going to end up doing is buying a quad monitor setup just for the support beam, which will be bigger. Because the idea is like when you look at a screen, you should be looking, your eyes should look at the top of it and down. So if you think about your like posture, you want to be kind of like upright. And so the way to look at a screen is to sort of look directly at it, but your eyes go level with the top. And so then if you do look down, your head will go forward a little bit. But apparently it's got something to do with your eyes as well. Like there's muscles in your eyes, and depending on how you're looking, if you're looking in a direction at hours on end, you're going to be like using some muscles more than others, which will wear them out or maybe give you like tired eyes and whatnot. And because my monitors are attached to my desk, because it goes up and down, it means that in order for my arms to be at the right height, the desk is lower. Or sorry, the monitor is lower than it should be. And so I always, like, I can get away with it, but at long periods of time, it does feel like I start to feel the toll of it. So I need to make a change or whatever. Right, that number that I said earlier was like 1662, I thought. Oh, here we go. Put that there. Okay, we're still... Oh, there you go. We're good. Can anyone hear anything? Says Lexi underrated. Immediately I look at my my mute button. I'm like, did I unmute? Have I just been talking to myself for a while? I imagine if I were moving around, chat would be going wild, and I'd be like, oh, something's wrong. Something's... Dang, we're collecting tons of that stuff, that's for sure. Not really enough diamonds for some armor yet. I kind of feel like we're starting to get a bit surrounded by lava. Oh, I need to make another pick then. 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually making like a lot of picks grinding this stuff. I think I should go for an unbreaking one. Okay, that is not how that works. I've also been doing this without bringing one of these with me. It's kind of important. What were we just talking about? It's like deep in. Oh yeah. So anyway, I am going to probably end up buying a quad monitor support beam because I believe the support beam is bigger. I just need to find out if it will be compatible with the one that I got. Then I can raise the height of the monitors and rejoice. We'll let that one break again, right? Like we did before. Yes, all's good in the inventory. Probably a good idea just to give myself a bit more space. Yeah, let's go at it again. We're just down here to grind today. And I'm not sure actually in what direction we can keep going. Loaf the Cat, thank you for 4 months. Appreciate it. And Godspeed, thank you for 6. We've also got VW Flower Girl, Loop. Trying to say all those O's and P's. Thank you for subscribing. Why does your XP balls look like... Is that Vanilla Tweaks? Yeah, it probably is Vanilla Tweaks thing. If they look different. Yeah, I had a feeling that was that. Actually... Do you know what? I wanted to get more coal to continue lighting up that cave, and that didn't work. Maybe we'll just go up to cobblestone level now, and... Because I do need to mine cobble, and then eventually mine... before we do, is there anything in here? Yeah, like that is going to be necessary. How's my armor doing? My armor's alright. So, yeah, I realised you do all this mining down at the bottom of the world, so you don't accumulate a lot of cobblestone anymore. It's kind of weird. And I'm not really sure if there's like a best level to do this at. If we go maybe more down to like Y0 level. Okay, then I need to... Yeah, this is super difficult to like get on the ladder and stay in one spot and not drown. And then mine a block. This is not going to happen. Alright, I'm just going to pick a direction like this and go for it. Mr. Hyena, thank you for the cheers and biddies. Saying, so today will be a bomb of Hermitcraft videos coming out the first day of Season 9. Yeah, essentially. Some people are uploading tomorrow though. So there will be some variety. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how it works, you know. You have that first day and everyone uploads, or almost everyone does. And there's loads of videos. Godspeed says, I'm sitting in front of 7 monitors at the moment and I'm leaving for 5 months to Colorado. I mean, is that part of your job, having 7 monitors? Dang, like, I've got 3 and I've got to say, like, 2 was great. 2 made sense. When I first got dual monitors a long time ago, a long time ago, before like that was really common at all. It was immediately, to me, it was like, this is really good. This is like just so helpful and productive. And then getting this third one, it feels a bit excessive. Like, I'm still pretty much like working off of 2, but there's like a third one. It is good for streams though. It does, like, you can spread out a bit more info that you don't need to like alt and tab to and all of that kind of stuff, right? So it's good on that front. But I do feel like for my needs, 3 is excessive, and then if you got 7, like, depends on what you're doing with them, really. Like, if you, I don't know, if you got a job where you need to like monitor a bunch of stats, maybe 7 makes sense. Lupus Magnus, thank you for subscribing. Baby Jew 888. Magredron, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. X got addicted to monitors, says Hurricane. Well, did I? I'm kind of saying 2's good, but 3 is excessive. Like, I'm not going, I got 3, but I want 4. I could have 7 if I buy that quad, right? If I buy the quad one, I could have 7. I'm buying the quad ones for the height, though, so I can get the height right. What are on your 3 monitors, says Almighty Colin? So, from left to right, left is like half a screen of blank space with the timer of how long I've been streaming for on. Then you have Marine Tuck for 10 months, literally, because I have Streamlabs open. Then Minecraft is in the middle. On the right, I have chat. So half of the screen on the right of Minecraft is chat, and then the second half is the stream manager, which, you know, I don't really need to see. I can see my own stream on it, and I can see how many people are watching and whatnot. And I used to have that actually on the bottom of the screen. So it used to be, when I had dual stream, I would have the chat to the right and then Streamlabs to the far right. And then I would have my stream manager stats like on the same screen as the one I'm playing Minecraft on. But now it's all spaced out and a little easier. X, your pickaxe is giving me anxiety, says OVG X Mudderpan. Well, the thing about that is that, you know, you'll actually experience the anxiety and stress of things in the computer game. And it's really not worth it. Like, stress takes a toll on your body. So, when something's stressing you out, ask, like, why and is it worth it? Like, if you're being stressed out because you're being chased by a lion in the wild or whatever, like, yeah, okay, that's worth being stressed about, right? But you're sitting in a comfortable home, watching a computer game on your phone or on a screen like that, don't get stressed about that. Like, you're actually physically going through the feelings of stress. And so, like, be careful what you worry about, essentially, right? Like, it takes an actual toll on your body. So you're saying I shouldn't go up to the lions, says Jatums. Yeah, pretty much. Do you know what? Like, I've been letting the picks and stuff break. And it just kind of occurred to me that if I didn't, then I'd put mending on it later. See, this is why I'm in such a, like, early game mindset. I didn't even think about that. Like, I wouldn't mind having multiple picks for big projects later on. Anyway, I don't care. Why do I have to have that after it broke? I was just like, I haven't got what I need. Yeah, this is it though. This is a good thing because I want to be in more of an early game mindset and just enjoy the early game. But yeah, I shouldn't have let them broke actually. I should have. So I've let one axe break all the way, and I think that's my third pickaxe that's broken. So for future self, for future reference, don't do that. Basically. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Diamond picks are so easy nowadays with villager trades. Yeah, you're right. Like, by the time if I get mending later on, it'll probably be through villagers when the time is right. And then it will probably be that they can give me diamond tools. Yeah, so there's really no loss, is it? Just maybe I'm spending a bit more time grinding for diamonds, but probably not even then. Dave Knox, 152, thank you for the prime. And Vark, thank you for subscribing with the prime. Appreciate it. Dang, I'm definitely getting a lot of andesite from this. More than I need probably to begin, but we might as well just get a bit more of it. Especially in 1.18, there are enough diamonds to go around, but still everyone very conservative. Yeah, it's just how it goes, like old school. Diamonds are always the most precious, right? Even when they're not. I do think villagers need a rebalancing. They're just so OP. Uncle Samwise, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Right, I think that'll do. Let's get some more cobble. We do need that too. I need to smelt it, which is the weird thing, because not getting a lot of coal from mining. And we've got a sub bomb coming in from Marine Tuck. Gifting subs to Nox Lullaby, Monius Seiko, Not a Penguin, Nakaro, Rugal, Recon X125, Abba Labour, Airship Girl, Hazzy255, and Ginger the Lily. If you heard your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We got Pyroflame95 here with the Prime, and Mr. Hyena with more cheers and biddies saying, how big is the starting area of Hermitcraft Season 9? I don't know in blocks, but I was a bit worried that you wouldn't be able to see all of it because of the render distance. But the render distance set, I think, 16, maybe even higher, and performance has been pretty good so far this season. You know, I'm just going to turn to the side. That makes more sense. And I'm just finding more andesite, which I don't actually want. Or granite. No, andesite. I said the right thing. Jeez. Also, we don't really need that on anymore. Thank you for those cheers and biddies, by the way. It's... Yeah, it's like you can see the whole area, which is an important thing, from the center of it. But people spread out a little further than I expected. I mean, I don't want to say... Yeah, I won't say too much. But, like, having seen the seed before anyone else, I kind of saw a way that we might play on it, and the bit I was focusing on is not quite the bit everyone else is focusing on. So, in order to see everyone together, I think we're going to need to turn the view distance up, which I could probably experiment with since the server's been performing really well. Pyroflame, thank you for the prime, and Modaz the Mad, thank you for subscribing. What are your preferences from andesite, granite, and diorite? Well, they all, you know, I can't have a preference because they suit a build palette, essentially, right? The Volcano, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. 30 minutes, says Nubet. Thanks for the reminder, dude. I feel like I'm going to be able to hold out in terms of hunger. I can probably get on the treadmill again at some point for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to order. Nando's or a curry or something else. I'll probably like... I don't know if I'm going to do one meal again tomorrow, so I should probably try and hold out for as long as I can and go for a curry. Like, curry houses open later, and dang, I wish they opened a bit earlier, because I like to eat earlier in the day, and then have plenty of time for my food to digest before I go to bed. And y'all know me, I love my curries, right? Love my curries. I went to a buffet place a while back, and I had loads of satay sauce, and oh my god, it's like basically it's peanut butter sauce, and I'm just like, oh, this is heaven. And they had a bunch of like curry dishes there too. But like they weren't very good. They're not like the Indian ones. Like having Indian curry at a Chinese weren't all that. Evil Bunny 28, thank you for 3 months. The Volcano, thank you. Oh no, we read that one, didn't we? Read that one. Which curry do you like, says Zulu West? Vegetable masala is my absolute fave. Put that there. Yeah, vegetable masala, sag paneer, onion bhajis. Sagaloo's pretty good. Vegetable dansak I like. And maybe like a paneer curry sometimes I'll have. Madras, says Specific Frosty. Every Madras that I've had, maybe I'll try a Madras again today. Every madras that I've had has always been... Uh-oh, we've got this problem now. There's always been, like, too much heat and not enough flavour. Like, I feel like a masala, madras hot, which you can sometimes get, is really good. But whenever I have a madras, I just feel like the flavour isn't quite there. Like, I can handle heat. I think the server is getting a bit overwhelmed at the moment. Yeah, we're getting some block lag. Now, I said the server is doing really good. One of the things is, as the season progresses, players will be spread out and we're not all in the same area together. So that might do it. Chana masala is tops, says Chance. Most of the ones I've tried have not been that great. That's like chickpea and masala and like... Depends on the house. Like, when you know your curry houses in your local area, you know which ones do this thing good and that one good, and yeah, you can choose according to that. Oh my god, this might have been a terrible, terrible idea. Oh, thank goodness. It was terrible. I was just thinking that, like... I was thinking there was a pool of water near where we started, and maybe I could just swim up into it. But actually, look at this. It's a terrible idea. Zulu West, thank you for the cheers and biddies. Saying Hermitcraft hype. Did I? Wait, no, I didn't. This is my tunnel. Someone is in the area. Someone has followed me down here because I didn't place blocks behind me, did I? Dang! Who could it be? And why have I not seen a name tag? Dang. That was very sus. If they'd have used stone, they would have fooled me big time. Oh, it's XB! XB, you're a criminal! Where are you? Oh. That was great. Miss Aina, thank you for more cheers and biddies, saying I'm looking forward to watch the first episode of Hermitcraft Season 9 from you, Ethos Lab, TFC, Wells Knight and Hypno. I can tell you that Etho hasn't been on the server, as I'm sure you'll all find out. I think he's communicated his reasons why, so please give him some space and whatnot, and time to you know, do what he wants to do in his own time. The Thinky says 8 blocks of dirt, the ultimate prank. We got no coal doing that. I probably need to go high up in the world for coal, right? I think one of my early game farms is going to be a fuel farm, because I'm consistently needing fuel. Here we go. Let's get a couple more of these together. That is a good amount though of materials for building. What I need to do is smelt up the cobble. So yeah, definitely gonna have to look into a fuel source. I feel like I want to go back to that really big cave. So hopefully we'll find a little more coal there. But I've got a few more torches, and that's good. I think we can set off with what we got here. Let's top up our food. I really thought I would have torn through more food by now. Becca, thank you for gifting a sub to Shinio1. Appreciate you doing that as always, Becca. Thank you so much. Do you have proximity chat again? Says Pumpkinhead. Yep, we do. I think that's just going to be a standard now. XP, I appreciate that. However, like, I need to smelt up tons of cobble. So, you know, I kind of need to, like, you know, find my own fuel source rather than take loads of someone else's. Because that's one of the weird things with the deep slate level of the world, is that you just don't end up with a lot of cobble. And then I don't have silk touch, so then I've got to smelt it too. I mean, hey, if you want to donate, feel free to swing by my base and leave me some fuel, but like, I don't want to be a burden on you. I need to, like, I'm going to need a lot of fuel to... Oh, God. Well, that being said, maybe getting silk touch might be the better option. And I need torches. I guess I could use wood for charcoal to make torches. I'm going to need a lot of torches because I'm going to be forever lighting up this crazy cave, I think. I don't know. Anyway, donations are welcome, but I got to think long term because I'm going to need tons of the stuff, right? Right, what's this bit of the cave like? Oh, it really is quite dark. And there's a creeper. Block! Okay, I'm fine. As that thing came towards me, I'm thinking, it is a bit laggy right now. Don't risk it too much. Mr. Hyena, thank you for more cheers and biddies, saying, I did not know EFO Labs has not been on the server. Thanks for the news. Ugh. Yeah, EFO's got some things going on at the moment. And you should probably hear about it from him, because I don't know the specifics. But yeah, he has his reasons and whatnot, and... Ugh. I mean, no one should ever really have to explain themselves if they're not making videos, right? They've probably got a reason, but... Yeah, I haven't seen EFO yet. X, go caving this surface level, then come back down to the big cave. It'll work out a lot better. I don't want to go outside of the caves just because it's potentially spoilery. Like, when I decided to do this stream, I was like, okay, I can't, like, go to the surface at all. It'd be really weird to, like, show what other people are doing and building on stream before, like, videos are out and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I'll gear up. And it worked out pretty well because my first episode was all about, like, marching into creating a build. So there was like a good reason for me to come and gear up, was because I haven't already done it. So we got a few diamonds, we've broken a few picks. I've gotten cobblestone and andesite for building. You know, the usual lapis, gold, iron. There's a cache of that lying around now. So it's worked out. Why so laggy, says Sam Chan. You know, maybe someone who's AFKing's got a farm that's being a bit dodge. Okay, I should probably try and get my hands on an ender pearl while I can. Oh, dude, you are playing games with me, aren't you? Yep. Oh? Did I not? Hey! Hey, you! The new guy. Oh, this is already like a little too high ledge, isn't it? When they do that, it's always worrying that they're just going to hang out in a cave and teleport back at the wrong time later on. Gotcha. And a pearl. And a pearl. Colon 1.18 is a real pain, says Rustique. Well, the idea is that they wanted to make caving more strategic, and so that you'd have to go to different heights for different materials. Which is kind of alright. It's not bad, but I think it's just... Maybe it'll just take us some adjusting to get used to that. What do you think is causing the lag? I reckon most players are probably going to be around their starter builds. So, I think maybe someone's farm, AFK... farm has built up some entities or something, would be my guess. Keen BTF, thank you for 6 months. Looking forward to the next 6 months as well. Cheers, my dude. I thought at first you were on about like season length, but I got ya. First 6, then the second. Yeah, we plan on this season being a long season, you know. Which is how I prefer Hermitcraft. That short season was horrible. I don't want to do one like that again. Not my cup of tea. I will take this gold. Why don't you use the lapis trick to find diamonds when you found lapis? Oh, it doesn't work in 1.18. That's a 1.17 trick. Right, where's the big main arc? This is it. This is the big fly through. I just kind of want to explore a bit more of this, really. I only got 22 torches left. I don't know why it's split into 2 on my hotbar. Xisuma, can you see this message? Says Buttery Pick. No, I can't see it. Where did you type it? If I knew where to look, I'd be able to read it. Mr. Hyena with more cheers and biddies. Saying, do you have any mod for lag checking if the server starts really bad and help finding where the lag is from? Yeah, we do. We got Carpet on so we can use some of its server monitoring stuff. I won't actually do anything right now. I can't remember. I always have to go look it up, so I won't do anything on the fly. I always like to just double check that I'm doing the right thing before I do anything like that. You'll find coal at Y30 in caves. Well, why don't we go back up to Y30 and see if that person in chat's got it right. Or are you talking about the very bottom of that triangle? Because if you're talking about the very bottom, that's where you'll get coal at, like, not so great a level. But one thing I do remember is that one of the rare blocks in the game is deep slate coal. And that means that it generates down at... I'm telling you now, actually, someone AFK is definitely causing a problem because this level of lag, it's getting slowly worse. This has got to be like an AFK issue. What were we saying? I've totally forgotten. Oh yeah, no. So the bottom of the coal triangle has to be around like deep slate level because it's super rare and you can just get it there. Right, looks like I might have a little bit of an administrative thing to do right now. Might have to kick someone. So what I'm going to do is get myself to a safe spot and try and take care of this lag. Okay, so I'm going to stay here in the hole. Lag busting time. Okay, I need to fire up another Minecraft. It's Crabcraft says, is it really Season 9? Sorry, Caps Lock, when did it start? Are other people on too? It is Season 9, it starts today. Okay. You have so much gear. Yeah, we've got a lot of resources, not so much armor and stuff like that. I ain't even got any diamond armor. Need to branch mine for longer. Keep running into lava. Who are you gonna call? Lag Busters, indeed. The command, carpet command is /profile. Thanks. I've got to do that now anyway, haven't I? Actually, what I'm gonna do is manually teleport. I'm not gonna do that because again, I need to double check the commands. I'm not used to using it that much. But right, let's. So I need to turn off sound would be a good idea, and then you can't see this other one that I got going on. Good. Okay. Gonna teleport to Doc first. He's probably doing. What is this? I mean, Doc's up to something, right? I think it'll be okay to kick Doc if that's an issue. Who else was AFK? Ren and Grian. Oh, that's camera account, isn't it? So let's check Ren. What do we got going on over here? Does Ren have an entity build up? Ren kind of looks okay. Dang, there is definitely something funky going on as I move around the camera account. Alright, so carpet profile. Yeah, that's... Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to kick them and see if that helps, since they're the AFKs. Oh, and I got to do it from this account. And then Ren. And guys, they'll be cool with this. We have rules like this. If you're AFK and we run into some issues, then these things can happen, and it's totally cool. Let's see if that's changed much. Saw a tiny bit just then. Looks like I'm going to have to profile and look into it a bit more. Also, we've got a noise in the air. Oh, and then that just reloaded. Biffy the Tortoise, thank you for 6 months. And Heterological, thank you for 13 months. Greatly appreciated. Is that a rule if they're AFK then get kicked, says Tank CY? Yeah. For the sake of server performance. This is stuff we've, talked about at length. We understand that, like, having a lot of people playing can compromise the server's performance. To no one's fault. If someone AFKs and it lags and we kick them and it stops lagging, it's not like they're to blame. It's Minecraft, right? So we understand that we're going to have these issues, and so we're going to have some prerequisites to all of that. Zach L16, thank you for 8 months. Season 9 hype, can't wait to see all the exciting stuff you guys do this season. Thank you, my dude. I feel like I just said Season 8. Season 9. 4 minutes to X's video. Thanks for the reminder. It's a little bit more than that, actually. It's more like 13 minutes. But, yeah, I've lost track of time a couple of times here. X, have you played Ultimate Soccer Manager? One of the ones I played back in the day when I was a kid might have been called that. Oh wait, weren't we going up to like Y30 was the dealio? If we are, I can still drop off a few things, right? No harm there. What about shopping district, says Scarf. Nothing's kind of planned yet. I'm not too keen on doing shopping stuff. Oh wait, oh no, we went down when we did that. Okay, so let's just go a little bit higher. It's kind of like the same old thing season after season. But because of the nature of the blind sea, some resources are quite valuable. So you'll see in tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna scheme for a little bit of a shop at my place. I'm gonna collect some materials and put them up for sale and just see if people want them or not, essentially. And then take it from there. If they're popular, maybe I'll keep at it. But yeah, that's kind of my idea. Tango, upload the video. Do you know ITM? I don't know quite what that means. Is Tango's video out? "10 minutes left, thanks." Decentralized shopping experience, says GoDeal. There won't be that. We've tried that and it didn't really work. I don't mind shops, but diamond hyperinflation becomes a very obvious issue. Yeah, I mean, diamonds, they sort of lose value early on, but they're like the novelty of wanting to collect them just being the classic thing, it's kind of what keeps an economy going. Because like, once you've got yourself sorted out, you don't really need a lot of diamonds for the length of a season. I kind of went away with mending. Getting a bit more iron at this level too. And we got Mr. Hyenos and Cheers and Biddies saying, "Why were you chosen to have the admin account of the server?" I am the one who does all the admin stuff, right? And most of the time I'm not OP on the server. But at the very beginning of a season, there's usually a lot of stuff that needs doing. I mean, setting up the world, and then there'll be little problems at the beginning. So for the beginning of the season, I leave my account on OP. But after a certain amount of time, things are good, and I just turn it off. Thank you for the biddies. Would you mind if mending was nerfed, says Knots Ninja? Depends on how. I think a lot about this game and the various things that are in it. And one of the things with like nerfing something is that you are usually compromising the nerf with a grind, right? Like, if you nerf it, then you're grinding again. And I feel like grinding is like not a good mechanic for balancing, really. Unless you're the kind of player that likes that, like likes a grind game. I think creativity is a great way to balance it. So building contraptions and farming things is a form of creativity, which also over time has like the best ways of doing things really easy kind of emerge. So if you introduce some new form of gameplay where players have to creatively find solutions for stuff, over time the best ways of doing that will emerge, and a lot of people will just do it through watching like a YouTube tutorial or something. I think what you want to do is like not just nerf something, but replace it with something interesting. And I think they're going to do that with the skulk farming, replacing the zombie pigman stuff. Because the zombie pigman thing is like obviously ridiculously OP. Then again, you know, it's not too distant from an active farm like an Enderman one. Again, another very OP farm that you can build. Like, if you were to then go, okay, zombie pigmen don't drop as much at XP, and neither do Enderman, then you're just grinding at those farms for longer. You're still going to build them. Or maybe then a blaze farm becomes more popular. But, like, everything's leveraged against grind and time. So, like, how can you replace that with creativity? And I think that's what they've tried to do with this skulk stuff. It's like, okay, we'll give you a new way to get XP, but you've got to get creative with it. And over time, people are going to figure out all the ways to cheese it and do it better than ever, and yada yada yada. Brooks A, 96, thank you for 47 months. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Yeah, Guardian farms are good, says Distant Nebs. Yeah, Guardian, what's great about the Guardian farm is that although better ways of doing it have emerged with time, you always generally tend to have to do a big clearing out project for that reward. Although you can kind of build like halfway cheesed farms by AFKing in the sky a bit, but Guardian farm I think is a really good example. I always think like when it comes to game design in this game, Jeb doing the Guardians and the Guardian Temple, I thought that's fantastic. And the End Cities, to be fair, are pretty good. Like he's done some really good game design. And it'd be nice to see him try and do a bit more instead of doing this PvP stuff. But I can't help but feel that like there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's like not actively developing the game that he's caught up in. And I don't even know what that is. It just seems like he's not very active as a clear developer of the game, yet he's kind of like front and center for all the big events. I don't really know what that means. You know, just speculating a bit. 5 minutes, peeps, 5 minutes. What's on the pickaxe? Just a bit of efficiency. How long will the premiere video be? It's a 20-minute episode as usual. I think y'all are going to enjoy it. I mean, I hope you do, because you know, it's what I do. Make these episodes, right? Big Whitey D, thank you for 7 months, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. So remember, I'll be streaming again same time tomorrow. And I'll probably have my next episode of Hermitcraft ready for Monday, I think. And I like organised schedules, videos coming out every other day. Like, I like neatness and order, but they create stresses that just aren't worth it. And I'm going to try and just, you know, release the videos as they come. But then they're going to clash with other things like snapshots and whatnot, so I need to, like, pace myself a bit in some way. I'm hoping maybe I can go for, like, one every Monday and Friday, because snapshots are usually in the middle of the week. So that's what I'm going to aim for, like a Monday and Friday thing. But I'm not gonna like, overdo it like I've done in the past. I'm just going to be casual, you know. Look at that face, says Exili. Oh, look at this face. Oh, oh. Hey, look, it's the original. It's the Doom guy. Remember this dude? Remember Season 2? Actually, I kept this skin on to, like, Season 5, and then I went Turtle mode. And that changed the game. Will this season be longer than Season 8, says Yito? Yes. Yes, it will. It absolutely will. Is this 1.18 or 1.18.2? It's actually 1.18.1. Spoofed you right there, eh? Where are the demons? They're in another game, fortunately. What are your thoughts on the new OST, says Mr. Crow? I love it. I wrote about it on my music blog. If you've never heard of that, that's something for you to go look up. At another time, though, because the premiere's about to start. It starts in 2 minutes, but... you know, we've kind of reached our conclusion here. So we'll get on top of that right now, I think. Is there a way to put chat into, like... Let me have a look. Manage go... how do I manage my own chat? That's a weird one, isn't it? Huh. I don't see an option for it. Manage your chat, there we go. Okay, I'm not sure if that's entirely what I wanted to do. Oh, how do I get rid of this thing? Dang it! Okay, I'm going to put chat in follow only mode just so it's a little less... Oh, I'm not sure if that worked or not. Oh, I don't even know if it worked. Dang it, whatever. Right, let's get on this. Okay, massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. As always, peeps, I appreciate your support ever so much. And at the end of the stream here, I'm now going to send you over to the premiere. I'm going to be sticking around and watching the premiere of all of you, so you'll see me chatting over there as well. But that is it from me, so thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.